My brother got my fiancée pregnant, and my dad gave him the family business and a house, so I decided to make them both pay for their betrayal. I found out my fiancée was pregnant 3 weeks before our wedding. We'd been together 5 years, and I was honestly excited when she told me, until she started crying and said we needed to talk. My brother Kevin had been sleeping with her for 8 months. 8 months. She told me in our apartment, sitting on the couch we'd picked out together. She just kept saying sorry over and over. I didn't yell or throw anything. I just sat there trying to figure out when it happened, like if I could pinpoint the exact moment everything became a lie, it would hurt less. It didn't. I called off the wedding the next day, sent one text to the group chat, and blocked everyone. My parents kept calling, but I didn't pick up. I stayed at my buddy Troy's place for a week, just playing video games and not talking about it. Then my dad showed up at Troy's door. He wanted to discuss the situation like adults. We went to a diner and he told me that Kevin and my ex were staying together, that she was keeping the baby, and that these things happen. I asked him what that meant. He said Kevin was going to step up and be a father. Said he was giving Kevin the family landscaping business we'd both been working at since high school. The business I'd been running for the past 3 years while Kevin mostly showed up hungover. Then he said he was signing over the rental property on Maple Street to Kevin too. The house I'd been planning to buy from him. The house my ex and I were supposed to move into after the wedding. I just stared at him. He paid for his coffee and left. That was it. 26 years of being the responsible one. The one who showed up, the one who did everything right, and Kevin gets rewarded for screwing my fiancée. I spent 2 days just driving around. Then I made some calls. The first call was to Miguel, who'd worked for my dad's landscaping company for 12 years. I asked him if he wanted to start his own business. Told him I'd front the money for equipment and we'd split it 50-50. He said yes in about 5 seconds. The second call was to every single client on my dad's books. I'd built relationships with these people for years. Told them Kevin was taking over and they might want to consider other options. Gave them Miguel's new number. We got about 70% of them. The third call was to the county assessor's office. Turns out my dad had been running the business out of a residential property for years without the right permits. One anonymous tip later, and he had about $15,000 in fines. Then I handled the house situation. I knew Kevin didn't have any money saved up. I also knew he'd need the rental income from the Maple Street property. So I called the current tenants, a couple with 2 kids who'd been renting for 4 years, told them I knew a property management company that had a 3-bedroom for $200 less a month, helped them move myself. Kevin couldn't afford the mortgage on an empty house. He had to sell it 6 months later at a loss. The business fell apart without clients. My dad tried to rebuild, but Miguel and I had the reputation and the relationships. Last I heard, they were barely doing lawn maintenance for apartment complexes. Kevin and my ex had the baby. I didn't go to see it. My dad called me once, about a year after everything, asked if I was happy now. I told him I wasn't happy or unhappy, I just wanted what I earned. Then I hung up.